Well, what's happening, people? So this is a bit of a promotional video, if you like. I am down at Real Masters today with Carlo from Inflatable Boat Fishing. This is the new H5 Camo. This is the one I'll be having soon as I arrive. That is my original boat, actually. That is what it used to look like when it was brand new, before I got hold of it. Apart from these, and all the new ones come with these. But we're gonna speak to Carlo today, and Carlo's gonna tell you all about them.
What? Yeah.
All right.
Can we start with the? This is the 4 metre.
Yeah, let's go with the 4 metre.
The 4 metre Hydrus only comes with an alley deck. You don't want an air deck because it loses its rigidity. So I opted to keep the alley deck for the 4 metre. So yeah, I mean the oars are there, but obviously here we provide the little straps here, so that you can take the oars off here, stick them down there, leaving you more room to put your bum there, your derriere, or your fishing rods, or your cases of Diet Coke, that sort of thing. Aluminium seats, you've got the bow bag. All boats come supplied with these patches, so you can easily fit the bow bags. High quality, heavy duty cleat on the front, so that find a nice spot, you want to anchor up, or God forbid your engine conks out and you're drifting out to sea, drop the anchor.
That has got to be one of my favourite points about these boats. They come as standard.
Yeah. Carry handle. Obviously, in the future, I do plan to have this material made. At the moment, you've got the camo Hydrus for the carp anglers, but I'm looking to get them made with this. Some people like it, some people don't. A bit tacky to some.
It's choice, though, isn't it? It's choice.
Yeah, exactly. Carry handles. These floor support rails. These are patented, so that as you can see, this one it fits the alley deck. Now, I'm the only company that provide Hydrus with both the air deck and the alley deck, so you can switch between the two without having to make any modifications. I think you did a video, didn't you, recently, where
I switched mine out on the bank.
you had the old rails.
That's it, I did.
Yeah,
so
you had to unscrew them.
I unscrewed them, put the new ones in, which was easy enough to do.
Yeah, so with these ones, you don't have to do that.
No.
It just literally, you don't have to unscrew them, they stay there. So if it's a nice, flat, calm day, or it's just one of you, go for the air deck. If there's 2 of you or 3 of you, or it's a little bit rough, there's a bit of a swell, you might want to opt for the alley deck. So, handy being able to switch between the two.
Which it is, yes.
Memory foam cushions on the seat bags. Sometimes other providers, they provide you thin, cheap sponge, and it's like
yes,
a couple of hours.
I do.
So these with memory foam padding, you don't get that. So yeah, that's the camo Hydrus. Pretty much exactly the same as the original Hydrus, bar the fact that I've changed the colour.
Yep.
Of these, so
which I like.
Green and olive green. For now, anyway, until I introduce the whatever material. It's like
a mozzie oak.
Yeah, forest material. They've got the carry handles, support handles rather. So when you sat on the seat and you're using the tiller, without those handles, you're putting pressure on your back.
Yep, I do.
Itself.
Yeah, I do.
So I added these handles so that you could grab hold of the handle and lean back, which then takes all of the pressure off the back.
Gangster driving.
Yeah.
Yeah. And notice something I haven't noticed: the oars on these are black as well.
Yeah, just to fit in with
Just
the
to fit in, otherwise there'd be silver, shiny oars.
Exactly, otherwise it'd be that.
Right, now this one's all tricked out, isn't it?
This is the Hydrus 3, so it hasn't quite got the new floor support rails.
Nope.
But this gives you an idea.
It has got ports.
Size. Yeah. So you can buy them. You can opt to have these Railblazer rib ports pre-installed, not the rod holder, just the ports.
Yep.
So you don't have to faff about gluing them on yourself.
Yep.
So a lot of people ask me if I could do it, and I'm like, no, I don't want to. So I then got Railblazer to send over a couple of hundred to the factory, so the factory could install them.
So
again, you've got the Velcro strap, seat bag, Velcro.
Inflatable Boat Fishing's own brand of rods now too.
Yep.
Which I'm going to go and have a little play with in a minute.
Had to be done.
Doing a bit of lure fishing out there, lovely.
That's the plan, to get everything else branded basically. Starting off with the rods, going to get the reels branded soon. I'm going to have the inflatable boat fishing brand on the bags. I'd love as many things as I possibly can get branded, really.
Yeah, no, 100%. Just one thing, guys. We're talking about the Railblazer ports. Now, this is another Railblazer port, and that is a phone holder, right, Carlo? A phone holder or a GoPro holder or whatever you like. There are other ones, but literally these ports have got that star pattern in, and every fitting, whether it be a rod holder, a phone holder, they all fit whichever way round you want. We'll come back to the boat just 2 seconds while I'm on this. There's another one there for the transducer. So that is just another port, exactly the same as that, but that one's just it's a screwed on one instead of a stuck on one. That'll take a phone holder or a camera holder if that's where you want to put it. Like I say, they're all the same. And like, there's Carlo's fish finder, which he gets. He's got Garmin's on the website, Carlo, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, this is the Garmin EcoMac 6.
Yep.
But the most popular is the Garmin Striker Vivid 5.
Yeah.
Because it's not expensive.
Yeah.
It's better than the 4. The 4 was okay, it's a level entry unit, but with a small screen you can quite easily go over a wreck, not even know it's there.
Yeah.
So at least with the 5, it's not that much more expensive, but it's got a bigger screen. You go over a rock, or even a wreck rather, or even a rock, you'll know it's there, because it's that clear on the screen. So yeah. Tie that in with the Navionics app.
Yeah, which I've got, which everybody knows is amazing. It really is. It's fantastic.
How it works. So use the Navionics app to get yourself to, say like you've been given the coordinates of a wreck. Use the Navionics to get to those coordinates.
Yep.
So sometimes they're not always accurate.
No.
So you might find yourself here, and yet the wreck is over there somewhere. So that's when you then switch on your fish finder, and then just do a scan up and down
until you find it.
Eventually you'll find it.
Yep.
Pinpoint it. And then that's where you might even want to just drift over that wreck, or go a little bit, find out which way the current's running, and then go to the other end, other side of the wreck, drop the anchor. Some people like that. Some
go from there.
But you know, if it's just like maybe some rocks. If it's some rocks, there's a lot of places where that's where the fish will appear. So yeah, anchor yourself up over them, and happy days.
Absolutely fantastic. Just I want to take us back this barrel roller, because honestly, like I say, these come as standard, and I think these are absolutely mustard. Whereas before, when I had sibs before I was sort of talking to Carlo, I used to have to tie my anchor off to this on most of my other sibs that I had, and it used to just drag over the front of the boat, which would make marks, and eventually until I'd run it, it'd start rubbing it away, and it just caused all problems. But this is absolutely spot on. I need to think of a better way than just having a bucket sitting up the front to hold my anchor, but at the minute it's all I can think of. Just quickly go back to the Railblazer port. So there's some of the things. Obviously, that's exactly what I need for my boat. But you've got rod holders, all different manner of rod holders. What's that one for, Carlo?
That's a reel thingy to line your reels.
Oh, yeah, look, it's even got one to re-spool your reels while you're on your boat. And then that one is for a tablet or something, isn't it?
Well, this particular size is for the Garmin Striker 4 to mount the unit.
Oh, it just sits straight on it?
Yeah. The one that I've got is the rectangle.
Right, I see.
Plate.
Well, you can have a double can of Coke holder. There's millions on the Railblazer stuff, and that's all available on Carlo's website. Lights.
You get the night lights, rod holders, what do you call them?
Camera locks.
GoPro holder. Yeah.
Filleting table.
Another cleat.
And even if you are a kayak angler, guys, on my channel, and again, I don't want to say it, but even if you haven't got a Hydrus, all this stuff is still available on Carlo's website, including life jackets. Also, the bow canopies are available for all of the Hydruses, and they look quite cool. If you're a wet boat and you like going out in a bit of rougher weather, it just keeps it off you, or it just keeps you out the wind.
I'm sure most of your passengers know full well.
Oh yes, all of my passengers.
Like
so Sam and Steve, they've all been wet.
So these are a godsend.
But they've all been wet, definitely. And then something that I need to use on my boat, well, my old boat, is just the cleaner August Race. A whole range of products there that they're absolutely brilliant. So I'm told. I've never used it myself yet, but so I'm told it's absolutely spot on. But even things down to anchor kits are available on the website. Pumps are available on the website. All the merch is available on the website. There's absolutely loads. Get yourselves on there, guys. I'll leave the description of the website in the video in the description, so you can get on there. I can't talk too much about the e-propulsion, the electric engines, because I don't know too much about them. Carlo.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if you're inshore fishing, you want something with a bit more oomph.
Yeah, so we're talking petrol.
These are the future.
Yeah.
But for now, this is the equivalent of a 3 horsepower.
Yeah.
And this is the battery here.
Yeah.
If you want to go to a 6 horsepower, if you just spin around, Reese, and zoom in to the bottom, just behind that first one.
Yeah.
That is the size of the battery. Can you go down a bit?
Oh. Oh, that.
That is the size of the battery.
Oh,
that you need
for a 6 horsepower.
So
yeah, that's no good.
A bit more, I reckon it'll be another 2-3 years where you'll have this size battery, but instead of being 3 horsepower, you're looking at 6 or even possibly 9, 10 horsepower, and then a few more years after that, possibly even 15 horsepower.
Well, it's not so much that either. It's you need a 10 horsepower for something like this. You want at least a 10, I would have thought, on a 3.7, and you need it to last. You need it to be able to do 3 or 4 hours if needed.
Yeah, exactly that as well.
Because
you're looking at 2.5 hours, and so even at full throttle, you're looking probably about an hour.
Yeah, it's not enough, is it?
Poodling around,
yeah,
it lasts a little bit longer.
It's ideal if you're using this as a tender or something, but something this size on a 3.7, you're not going to use it as a tender.
Or if you're on like a flat river, a flat lake.
Yeah.
The locks of Scotland, let's say.
Yeah.
Somewhere like that where there's no.
Yeah, I mean something like that. That on the H5 on a nice big lake in France somewhere, just dropping your baits out, carp fishing, spot on, absolutely ideal.
No, I'm definitely going back to Steve in about 3-4 years' time to see how far these have been developed.
Yeah, no, 100%.
The first one to buy a 9 horsepower because it'll be the same, hopefully the same sort of size as this.
Yeah, no, exactly that. It'd be nice to see. It will be nice to see.
Yeah, no, I mean get yourself a Suzuki or a Mariner or a Yamaha or Tohatsu,
which are available on the website.
Well, they are on the website, but
they're not available at the moment. They're not available anywhere, are they? Really?
Yeah, the dealers, all the UK dealers of outboard engines are struggling to get outboard engines at the moment until loads of things going on, loads of reasons why, cost of materials got to be around to build them, import fit, loads of reasons why engines are few and far between at the moment. But really, yeah, you want an outboard engine for inshore fishing.
Yeah. 100%. Like I've got the 3.7 at the moment, guys, and the new one I'm getting will be 3.7, so there'll be no difference apart from colour really, and a few more mod cons. But the 15 with 2 of us on it gives me about 12 to 15 knots with 2 of us and fishing gear. 2 of us on our own with the 15 on a flat day, we was getting 18 knots, which is plenty fast enough. Although when I get my new boat, I am upgrading to a 20, just because on them nicer days I want to be able to go a little bit quicker, to get to the mark a little bit quicker. We're going to go a little bit further offshore and just try and get a bit more adventurous. Still safe, but just if the weather allows us, we want to get offshore a little bit more and try for some different species, just to try and change the thing, try and change the channel up a bit, if you like.
To learn more, if you're interested in getting one of these ships, I highly recommend joining a Facebook group.
Yes.
So, and I've got this here. If you basically zoom in on that, and then your lovely listeners, watchers, subscribers can pause the video and then scan that code. That is basically a link to our Facebook group with over 7,500 members.
Yep.
And it's just all talking about boat fishing. You know, people sharing videos, photos, their experiences going out on an inflatable boat. Any question you have before or even after you bought an inflatable boat, there'll be someone in there that'll be able to help you out.
100%.
So yeah, it's a wealth of information about fishing from an inflatable boat.
Yep.
So join that group.
And obviously, inflatableboatfishing.com is the website there. I will leave the link in the description. But then Carlo's got his own YouTube channel. Obviously, I've got this YouTube channel. So if you're watching new and you're watching my channel, this is the first video you've seen, please don't forget to subscribe. Get on over to Carlo's channel and subscribe to that as well, because Carlo does a lot of videos from different people on there where they've been out and it just shares their fishing experiences. And
Don't expect to see me out on a boat filming myself, because I normally do.
No.
That. But what I have got on there is a lot of short videos that I've made explaining like how to fit the wheels.
Yep.
various other parts of the boat, but just not me out fishing, not you do. You're the professional.
One thing I am going to do, and I'm probably going to do it with Carlo because he's the owner and I think he should, is a lot of questions I get, a lot of people on everybody's mind, even people that have been watching my channel for ages and watch my videos for ages, how safe are they? I'm out there using 8/0 hooks. How safe is it if an 8/0 hook goes through the boat? Right. 9 times out of 10, well, 10 in fact, because I've never put a hole in a boat with a hook. 10 times out of 10, they just roll off. They don't get stuck. They just twist and roll off.
Let me explain.
Go on.
So obviously, that's one of the first things that people say: an inflatable boat, fish hooks, fish spines, knives, that sort of thing. But these boats, these inflatable boats, not just the Hydrus, but any inflatable boat, reputable inflatable boat that you buy, they are designed so that if one of the tubes gets a puncture, say it's the side tube, the front tube, the other side tube, or the air deck, or the keel, if one of them gets a puncture, they are designed so that they stay afloat. The air in all of the other chambers will keep you afloat. Obviously, it's like end of your fishing trip, time to go back, repair it, go back out again, but you will not sink.
Nope.
You will not sink. I think it hasn't been tested on 2 chambers.
It's been tested on 1.
It's been tested on 1. Probably has been tested on 2, but not that I know of or that I've seen. But I've seen them tested where one tube is punctured, and they stay afloat.
And they still can go along with their engine. Okay, they're not going full speed, but it gets them back to safety. And the chances of puncturing 2 tubes in one go, because there's such, and the only way is that it's going to happen is if Jaws comes and bites your boat about there where the join is. But the chances of that happening, and even with these are not made out of balloon material. They're made, so the 3.7 is made out of what, 0.9 mil PVC.
The first one I had produced, the Hydrus 1 was 1.2 mil. They were quite heavy. Now, the factories provide 0.7, 0.9, 1.2 and 1.5 mil material. If you were buying a bigger one, say like the Hydrus 4 metre, I've made them 1.2 because at the end of the day, you're not going to be out on one of them on your own.
No.
You're going to have help anyway, so it's irrelevant how thick the tubes and what the material's made of. But when you come down to a 3.7 or the 3.3, chances are either you're going to be just the 2 of you or possibly even just one of you. So I want them to be as light as possible, but obviously not too thin because otherwise fish hooks. So the factory, I go by what the factory recommend basically. So they said if it's for fishing, then even a 0.9 mil is plenty thick enough, but it's light enough also. So yeah, that's why I opted. I opted for the 0.9 for the smaller, and 1.2 for the bigger. But also, they don't test them with a cigarette, but you can get a cigarette and stub it out. That's how durable, how thick and safe the material is.
I wouldn't want to try that myself, but
with mackerel feathers, what tends to happen is you can lay a rod down with the mackerel feathers, and what happens is they tend to just glide.
Yeah, they do.
Glide over the side.
They do.
Occasionally you might get one that catches like that.
Yep.
But you would have to put serious pressure on that
Put it through.
to go through.
And just something else. Like I say, the material's 0.9 mil thick. It's not a balloon. So everybody thinks, I think in everybody's head, they think if you pop it, it's going to pop like a balloon and just open up. But no, if you put a hook in this, you will just make a very small pinprick hole. It won't rip, it won't tear, it won't explode. It will just make a pinprick hole and it will go down very, very slowly. Which then, at that time, then fair enough, your fishing's over for the day. But then, there's things like this you can carry, which Carlo's going to talk about.
Yep. Clam seal. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. I'll get back to it. So yeah, if you do get a puncture, whatever the size is, even if it's something like that, whether it's a knife or a hook or a fish spine, these are specially designed. So you unscrew that. Basically, there's 2 sides of it. So that small hole, you do have to get a knife and make it slightly bigger so that it's that size. You fit that into it, and then so one's on the inside, one's on the outside of the material, and then you just use that to tighten it. And then that is basically, it means you don't have to go home.
Yeah.
It means you can just go back to the shore, grab your pump and inflate it again, and then back out again. Without one of these, you have to go home.
Yeah. So having something like that in your kit or in your car, whatever,
means you don't have to go.
Means you don't have to go home. Especially if you've gone on a long trip, you're miles away from. So like for instance, if you go up to the locks in Scotland or you're taking your boat on holiday, it just means you can still use your boat. It's not a permanent fix, but it'll do the job for a few more outings.
Saying that though, those cam seals, I have heard people that have used those, they've had a tear, stuck that in, gone home and thought, you know what? They've inflated their tubes and they've stayed inflated for like 24 hours, 48 hours, even like 3-4 days. And they're like, well actually,
what's the point?
If I take that out, it means I've then got to do all the repairing, glue and everything, leave it in there.
Yeah.
Leave it in there and it'll last forever.
Yeah.
It'll last until you unscrew it. So
Yeah.
don't really need to fix it. Obviously, yeah, it'll look maybe outplaced, but not really.
There you go. Was there anything else, Carlo?
I'm sure your viewers will.
One more thing we haven't spoke about is the wheels. And I would recommend anybody that buys any sib from any brand, from anywhere, any size, get yourself a pair of wheels because they do make all the difference. And when my new one comes, I'll be ordering a pair of new ones and not having homemade ones like my last ones. Because I think they're absolutely fantastic. They're so easy. It's easy enough to do. You drill 2 holes in each one, so 4 holes. It's very self-explanatory. There's plenty of videos on YouTube. Yeah, look, that's how easy. Lift up that, and out it comes. And then to put it back in the other way, but he knows what he means. And then they just literally click back in, and they're back on.
There you go.
Very, very simple. Very, very easy.
Always remember, once you've launched, just put the wheels on.
Yeah, like me. Several times I've done that. Several times. Right, guys. So that is pretty much it. I think. Not really a lot else to say.
Availability. I've got a few of the Hydrus available to buy now.
Yep.
Probably going to do obviously a discount for your viewers.
Yep.
And end of season stock clearance type thing. I'll probably be able to do a good deal. But for next season, the Camo 5 will arrive in November.
Yep.
So they'll be ready for next season, and then I've also ordered a few more of the original Hydruses that arrive in November again, ready for next season. So yeah, plenty of them available.
Happy days. And all you need to do is get hold of Carlo on Facebook. On the group, like you said, if you scan that code, let me just show you that again for anyone that missed it. Give that a good scan, or get on inflatableboatfishing.com. The link for the website will be in the description of the video, guys. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do, or you'll see me doing lots of silly adventures on these. In a bit.